Oh, here we are again, a 98 Dodge Ram 1500. This is a 5.2, the 318 in it. The older one's the radiator tank's busted, and we're going to change the radiator. Come along. All right, so obviously you got to drain, take your coolant hoses off, no big deal. Again, I don't even know why I'm shooting this video because it's going to be very simple. Simple job. Oh, let's see here. But maybe somebody wants to know. I don't know. Spring clamp here on our top hose. We're using these little tool here to compress the spring. Put it right there. I want to reach down and grab the bottom spring on this side, and looking straight down there, I think I can see it same way. Bottom hose clamp, spring clamp. Now sometimes these hoses come off really easy when you just twist on them a little bit. Sometimes they do not. So we're basically going to drain it through the lower radiator hose and get what antifreeze he has in here out. We'll just let that go really slow. And got the top hose right here to get off of there. If you are dealing with a radiator that you want it to save and be careful with, you'd get a tool to get up underneath the hose clamp. That way you wouldn't take any chances on breaking up your radiator. But also it usually makes it easier. Hoses are pretty hard, so we shall see how this works out. Sorry I didn't show you that. I had to answer a phone. Top hoses off. These things sit right here. And typically you can pry those back and slide the whole reservoir out of there because you got to pull this fan shroud out to do this job. Let's see if I got a screwdriver here handy. I believe it's done like this. I could be wrong. Apparently I am wrong. The only reason I want to get it out is because we got that hose clamp right underneath there. What am I missing here? Who knows? Going to be one of those things, I guess. Let's go ahead and get this reservoir out for a minute then and get this hose off right here. This one came right out like that without an issue. You would think the other one would do the same thing. Let's work on that a little bit. We'll get that. That's the washer bottle reservoir right there that I'm fighting with. All right, you would have thought that you would just slide it up and slide it out, but you actually had to pop these two out and then lift it up and just kind of set it back. Am I blocking our view? Somewhat. Okay. So let's just see if I can. I'll go ahead and take this thing out of our way. Oh, that might work. Is that out of our view? Yeah. 10 right here. And we're going to use battery power and we're going to go the right direction. Now we're going to grab 2 of those tins on the other side. I guess this video is more for the do-it-yourselfer, not the guy that does this for a living. We got a couple of transmission hoses. I would think, no, this one has its own transmission cooler, so you don't, even though the new radiator came with connections for that if they wanted it. 10 mils on the very top right here, and right here, 1 on each side, and I think that's going to be it, and this radiator is going to pop right out of here. Or make a fool of me. Won't be the first time. I have not been able to shoot videos lately. Mostly because I've been too busy and not been able to concentrate on doing it. So hopefully you like the video and you watch it and subscribe to the channel. Got to get the little wind shielding tar paper mat out of there. Let's see how we're doing. There you are. One radiator that was cracked in the tank and blowing antifreeze everywhere. The new radiator has a part number of, let's see here. Let me just read this out to you. It's a 2291 Baker Frank radiator. Now this one came with all of everything we needed. I'm going to leave the plugs in the radiator that plug off where the transmission lines go. Is it politically correct to say tranny anymore? Hey, mister, you got a leak in your tranny. You got an automatic tranny. Well, okay. Trying to keep this back some. And the little rubbers that go on the bottom of the pegs go down in these holes. Sometimes it's easier to put them on the radiator if they'll stay. If not, put them down in the bottom of the core support for the radiator there. And sneak her down in there without damaging it. Moving it over. Okay, we're lined up. We're all the way down. We're obviously got to put this up in there. 4 screws. Wow, what an easy job. Love to do these all day long. Oh, I got to pull those grommets out where the bolts went through. Now, one of the bolts I did not pull out, or neither of them, because I thought they'd stay in there, and it fell somewhere. The long bolt right here. And she's not quite lining up, but she will. Let's get the other one in there and let's find our other bolt. Oh where did it fall? So far I don't see it. Stop video and look for the radiator bolt. Okay, so it fell out and it hit the floor. Push down in, line up that 10 millimeter. Push down in. Started by hand. Now, if you had transmission lines on each side, you would have to disconnect those from the cooler. It's on the other side to be able to get it up and out of there. But we don't have that. They didn't supply us with new bolts, but at least they supplied us with all the little clips and things that we needed. All right, let's get those all tightened up there. Now, once I get this done, the radiator was leaking so badly, I couldn't tell if we had any other leaks. Like a water pump or anything, I wasn't sure because it was putting antifreeze everywhere. That's in. Now we got the overflow coolant reservoir and it just slides down in notches. Bonus notches. There. It should not be fighting me either. Just one of those days. There it went. It's in the notches. Remember this sucker I fought with? A whole lot easier going in than it was coming out. That's what I believe anyway. It's a little notch in the very bottom. You gotta line that tab up with. Little grunting makes the job sound like it's a lot harder than what it really is. Goes in a lot easier. Should have slid out that same way. Just like that. Well, they catch. You pry it back a little bit and these back and or slide these out and you can get this in and out of there. Fairly uncomplicated. Alright, so the windshield washer pump's plugged in. There's the what I call the float level switch that's unplugged. I had to plug in. There you just got a top hose and a bottom hose and antifreeze. Should I drag this video out any further? Probably not. Aren't you bored by now? If you don't have a pair of these, they're really nice to have. A pair of pliers will work, but proper tools make the job a lot easier. Bottom hose is on. Let me get this clamp on. Hi Frank, let me push pause and I'll be right there. Is it good news? You can talk, they can't hear you. Yeah. He said he's got a car show that he's got to be in. He's got to have his car Thursday. He said, don't worry about the tilt and none of that other stuff right now. He said, just make sure that the heating issue is resolved. So you don't want to get in on this car show. All right, I just got to drive it. And other than that, it's done. Everything's done. Okay. Sounds good. All right. Okay, the hose clamps in. Now we're going to fill up the radiator. Okay, we're going with a 50-50 antifreeze here. You can buy 100% and mix it yourself. A little cheaper. Let's get her filled up, get her pressure tested. And if we do have another leak, we'll be saving this antifreeze. This is our funnel for filling it up here. I have two different kinds, but I like these. Now, certain systems you could create a vacuum on to pull all the air bubbles out. You could probably do it on all of them. These older systems like this, I don't think it's that necessary, but you could do that. And we're gonna, like I said, get it full, run it, get it hot, and then test the system for anything else that's going on. At least when you're pouring 50-50 antifreeze, you don't have to worry about getting it right, mixture-wise. Not that it's that hard to do 50-50, obviously. Let's go get another galleon. Jeremy, will you charge that AC on that Odyssey for me? Okay. All right, we got some more antifreeze here. This one was opened. I hope it's antifreeze. It shouldn't have been put back. It's a 50-50. It's still a yellow. This is water. So, somebody put water over there. Let me go get one that isn't water. So no leaks so far without pressure on it. So anyway, all I got to do is run it, get it hot, and then from there, we'll probably call it finished. But we'll be right back after we run it, repressure test it, let you know how it came out. Because I know you want to know. Okay, we're up to temperature. We're full of antifreeze, and we're running correct. Let's turn it off. From there, we're going to go ahead and pressure test this system and make sure we don't have any other leaks anywhere else. Customer was suspecting a water pump. I am not really, but hey, I could be wrong. So pressure test this. Let's see what we got. Get my light. Let's have a look. Yeah, you know, I think he might have been correct. So let me see here. On this side, because I saw something on that side. Okay. Yes, I believe he is right. I need to get something to get down underneath it because I didn't set it up. Well, probably gonna have to set it up anyway. I do see a stain down there coming down the water pump. I don't think that's old. Let's do this. Let's shut video down, jack it up, and slide up underneath there and see what I got.